MC cannot investigate itself.
Every news story unfolds here first at Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. Every sound is a story, and every story we share is news.
No mercy. This one is very classic, dedicated to all schoolers who are taking.
If you've ever struggled to pass an exam, then you'll know that students today are under great pressure to get good grades and secure qualification needed to move on to higher education. The problem is that too many students are struggling alone and could really benefit from connecting with hardworking teachers and other bright students in other parts of the country and the region. Join me, Dennis Brooks, this and every Friday evening from 8 to 9, with a repeat on Saturday morning from 8 to 9. For the A-Team, a study group on radio, my team of teachers, students, and experts will break down the syllabus, giving you information, tips, and past paper questions that will help you get top grades in your upcoming exams. Follow us on Facebook Live and on Twitter and be a part of the community. It's the A-Team, Fridays at 8 p.m. with a repeat at 8 o'clock on Saturday morning. It's your free extra class on radio and social media. And it's right here on Nationwide 90 FM, the revolution in media.
But is this real? Hey Greg, come look at this. Oh my, it's happening. Mr. Daniels, the numbers keep getting bigger and bigger.
Sir, the clicks are off the charts.
Hello, sales? What's the emergency? 9,000 clicks in one day? 3,000 order? So how much we have left? What? I soon call you back. Mr. Nakamoto, it's Danny from Jamaica. I need 5,000 of the big ones. We're back in business.
Yes, sir. Arigato. Suere.
Amplify your brand. Let Nationwide 90 FM assist you in tapping into a captivated audience across our social media platforms. For more information, contact us at 876-630-1210 or sales@nationwidenewsnetwork.com. Businesses, companies, and entrepreneurs, let's supercharge your brand.
Nationwide 90 FM, continuing the tradition of fair, fearless, and factual reporting. You're listening to Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
10 o'clock.
Cliff Hughes Online. Talk radio for all Jamaicans.
My hands were steady. My eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose. My steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock. Like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock. I was something to see, like a rock. And I stood arrow straight, unencumbered by the weight of all these hustlers and their schemes. I stood proud, I stood tall, high above it all. I still believed in my dreams.
Our phone numbers are 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, and 618-8255. Or find us on Facebook at Nationwide News Network and follow us on Twitter at Cliff Nationwide. You can also listen to Cliff Hughes Online live on the World Wide Web at nationwideradiojm.com or via the Nationwide 90 FM app on your mobile phone. Now, here's your host, Cliff Hughes.
Good morning. Good morning. Let's get to work.
Cliff says, what's on his mind? unfiltered analysis and commentary.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock. Like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock. I was something to see, like a rock. And I stood arrow straight, unencumbered by the weight of all these hustlers and their schemes. I stood proud, I stood tall.
Morning. Thank you so much for joining us on this here Thursday morning, Thursday, October 2. The year coming to an end. We are now into the final 3 months of the year, the final quarter. 2025, almost done. This morning, we begin with what has been dominating discussions since last week. The issues surrounding suicide, the incidents of suicide in Jamaica. And this morning, that dialogue, those discussions multiplied with news of the death of Trelawney Parish Judge Ruth Lawrence. And that is dominating the discussion across the country. And now, I gather in St. Andrew, especially Upper St. Andrew, there's another case that has members of the communities there buzzing. The apparent suicide of a young Jamaican man, Richard Todd. Yeah? And what we're learning in relation to Mr. Todd is also tragic and quite sad as to how he took his life. Yeah? It's quite a sad story. We gather on Tuesday night. He's James Todd, not Richard, James Todd. James Todd shot himself in the head in the living room early Wednesday morning. And we're learning that before he killed himself, he went into his parents' room, hugged his dad, watched TV with his mom, and kept saying how he loved them, and then went into outside in the house and shot himself in the head. Yeah, Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. And that's another case of suicide. And of course, the papers this morning are all reporting, the front pages of both daily newspapers this morning, the death of Judge Lawrence. The Observer says shock and grief. Legal community mourns sudden death of Judge Ruth Lawrence. The Gleaner also leads with a story. And the Gleaner's take on it, from the headline on the front page, judicial anguish. Yes? Judicial anguish. Suicide suspected in Trelawney judge's death. Poison reportedly found in her room. And these stories are coming too thick and fast for us to absorb. The Observer says tears flowed Wednesday morning as grief-stricken staff at the Trelawney Parish Court grappled with the death of 59-year-old Parish Court Judge Ruth Lawrence. Lawrence was pronounced dead Tuesday evening at the Falmouth Public General Hospital, and it says a high-level probe has been launched into the incident, and it makes reference to what it calls a leaked internal police incident report making the rounds on social media, indicating that she was suspected to have ingested poison. And it then details pretty much what we saw yesterday morning in that leaked internal police report. And of course, the details of that report beg many, many questions than they provide answers. Yeah? And I suppose we'll just have to wait to hear the outcome of the investigations of the police. And of course, the pathology report as to how Judge Lawrence died, what killed her. Yeah? And this issue of mental illness. A lot of people now being forced to talk about it seriously. And, you know, when you have a friend or a family member indicating to you that, listen, I'm struggling, do not dismiss it. Yeah? And they may not say in such clear terms that they are struggling. They may just drop a hint. I'm not doing well. I'm not doing well. But may I push on. That may be your cue to try to reach out and help. Yeah? Because these issues are real. Real. And you have people who need the help. All they need is somebody to spend some more minutes with them, talking with them, and probably better still, if possible, go see them. Yeah? Go see them to get them out of their routine and really try to get them some help. And I keep on making the point because many times we miss the cry for help, or if we don't miss it, we don't pay enough attention and act doing something about it. Yes, we must do something about it. Yeah. If you, Kevin, can go to number 3 for me, where an associate counseling psychologist at Family Life Ministries, Pauline Bain, speaking on Nationwide yesterday, called for a change in how persons view the issue of suicide.
I believe that we don't take it seriously and we don't listen enough to what our children, our adolescents and adults are saying. Because when somebody starts to say, I wish I were not born, I wish I were dead, I don't want to live anymore, we don't take it seriously. Sometimes some members of family say, okay, go kill yourself then. So it's our attitude to it, and this is what I think we need to change.
Pauline Bain, you hear that? Yeah? Those words are a cry for help. Could you replay that clip for me of Pauline Bain, Associate Counseling Psychologist at Family Life Ministries?
I believe that we don't take it seriously and we don't listen enough to what our children, our adolescents and adults are saying. Because when somebody starts to say, I wish I were not born, I wish I were dead, I don't want to live anymore, we don't take it seriously. Sometimes some members of family say, okay, go kill yourself then. So it's our attitude to it, and this is what I think we need to change.
Pauline Bain. Yeah? I think she hits it on the head. Yeah? And then the president of the Jamaica Psychiatric Association, Dr. Brian Kazara, says poor mental health and substance abuse are among the top issues which, when left untreated, cause people to commit suicide.
The reality is that in Jamaica, many persons are dealing with mental health challenges and are not getting access to appropriate care. That's a big issue, and we need to try and find ways to make sure that persons can access the care they need. Substance abuse is a significant problem as well, and many Jamaicans actually don't get access to that. Social isolation, that's another big one, and when people feel socially isolated, they're more likely to engage in activities that might be harmful. And finally, the reality is there's a burden of adverse childhood events. A very large proportion of Jamaicans experience traumatic events during their childhood that actually affect them into adulthood.
That's Dr. Brian Kazara, the president of the Psychiatric Association of Jamaica. Yeah? And we hear the figures that, listen, more men die or commit suicides than women. But consulting psychologist Dr. Leakim Simaj told Nationwide yesterday that actually more women are responsible for attempting to commit suicide than men.
I've been looking at this pattern globally over a long period of time, and I published a paper a couple of years ago looked at that homicide and suicide are two sides of the same coin, even though we look at one through the lens of the mental health system and the other through the criminal justice system. But they're both in terms of how the society deals with aggression and violence and how it's directed. More women attempt suicide in general, but more men are successful, to use a bad example, because of the methods that they use. The typical thing that men do is it's immediate. A gun to the head or a rope around the neck and such.
Such an important point made there by Dr. Simaj. Yes? Men are more successful. That's why more of them die that way. But you have more women attempting it. And I have to say this, it takes a very brave person to commit suicide. Yes? Very brave. I told you this morning, Mr. Todd, James Todd, who took his life early Wednesday morning in St. Andrew in Jamaica. He just not simply, he pulled the trigger, put the gun to his head and pulled the trigger. That's a very brave act. So please, listen and do not dismiss, the appeal for help. Get help for people. Time for the break.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light, and I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock, like a rock. I was strong as I could be.
The Time brought to you by the Ministry of Science, Energy, Telecommunications and Transport. Fueling growth everywhere is
17 minutes after 10.
Tune in to Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. Stay ahead of the curve with our cutting-edge reporting and accurate breaking news coverage.
We're having an earthquake. Oh, God.
Hear it here first on Nationwide 90 FM. Tune in, turn up the volume, and listen. We bring a mix of news, entertainment, and sports to your lives.
Nationwide 90 FM's live and continuous coverage of the World Championships in Budapest, Hungary.
News and discussions week mornings.
Coming up in the news at 6 for this morning.
Entertainment in the afternoons, then news again in the evenings.
Nationwide news at this hour, fired.
Also tune in to the entertainment and sports shows in the nights and on the weekends.
It is Boy Things After Dark right here on Nationwide 90 FM.
Everything is news, from current affairs and entertainment to sports, business and other categories.
Nationwide 90 FM. This is Beanie Man. Give it to them. Zaga, Zen.
From every whisper to every commotion.
That's rubbish. The KSAMC cannot investigate itself.
Every news story unfolds here first at Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. Every sound is a story, and every story we share is news.
Cliff says, what's on his mind? Unfiltered analysis and commentary.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light, and I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock, like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock. I was something to see.
Thank you for staying with us. It's 19 minutes after 10. It just turned 20 minutes after 10. Have you heard about the Independent Fiscal Commission? Chances are that many of you haven't heard about it. The Independent Fiscal Commission. Well, after our economic travails around 2011-12, you will recall we, as in Jamaicans, fashioned the Economic Program Oversight Committee, comprising stakeholders from different sectors of the society. And that was largely mandated to watch and scrutinize how governments were managing our fiscal affairs, how they were spending, their priorities, so that we would not get back to the place we were coming from, where governments have been fiscally irresponsible and misled the Jamaican people in terms of their economic decision-making. An epoch ran its course and it was replaced largely under the leadership of the former Finance Minister, Dr. Nigel Clark, by the Independent Fiscal Commission. That is the body now set up by law to tell you, we, the members of the public, how our government is managing our fiscal affairs. Are they being responsible? Are they being prudent what? And I start with that because it's a new institution. It is very important for us going forward, because never again we must allow any administration, any finance minister, any prime minister run with it like Omar and PJ did and say we'll fix the problem later. Never again. And that's the duty of the Independent Fiscal Commission, to look at the numbers. They have the technical expertise to do the analysis and to say, Jamaicans, what they're doing is reckless, it's dangerous. We have done the work, we've given you the information, you now need to deal with them. We didn't have that when Omar run with it. Yeah? So, yesterday, the Independent Fiscal Commission issued a report. And in that report, it warned of potential shortfalls in government revenues and capital spending. It also warned that this could have a material impact on meeting certain budgeted targets. Yes? It also identified how the economy was doing, what were the advances being made. Yeah? Here's Siobhan Campbell's report on that.
The Independent Fiscal Commission, IFC, is the body now tasked with ensuring that the government remains in line with the country's fiscal rules. It replaced the Economic Program Oversight Committee, EPOC. In its latest statement on fiscal performance, the IFC flagged a $14 billion tax shortfall at the end of the last fiscal year, which has overstated the revenue base for 2025-2026. The Commission cautioned that the government may need additional revenues to meet the budgeted targets. At the same time, capital spending across the specified public sector was only $20 billion in the April to June quarter, compared to a budgeted target of $40 billion. The IFC said the under-execution of infrastructure projects could dampen Jamaica's economic growth prospects. Still, the report highlighted several positive developments. Inflation fell to 3.8% in June 2025, which was below the Bank of Jamaica's target range, while unemployment dropped to a record low of 3.3% in April. The country also benefited from an 8% boost to its nominal GDP after the Statistical Institute of Jamaica adopted a new system of national accounts. That revision pushed Jamaica's debt to GDP ratio down to 62.4%, placing the country on track to achieve its legislated 60% debt target 2 years ahead of schedule. The IFC praised progress on reducing informality through digitization and strengthening the public investment management system, but it noted gaps in public sector wage negotiations and compliance with reporting obligations. The Commission also noted that since the report's preparation, macroeconomic conditions have continued to improve, with GDP expanding by 1.6% in the June quarter and inflation falling to 1.2% in August. It's the lowest in nearly 6 decades. It's also noted unemployment held steady at 3.3% in July. The IFC said it will present a deeper assessment of fiscal performance when the government tables its interim fiscal policy paper later in October. Siobhan Campbell for Nationwide News.
Thank you, Siobhan. Now, in other news now, word came yesterday afternoon that the attempt to really undermine and to cast doubt on the outcome of the election in the Prime Minister's constituency of West Central St. Andrew by the People's National Party, that attempt has fizzled. It has failed. This after the constituted authority refused a request the losing PNP candidate Paul Buchanan Mr. Buchanan had submitted an application to the constituted authority, asking them to overturn the result of the elections in West Central St. Andrew. Since then, he has insisted that he was the true winner of the seat. You know? Well, under Jamaican election law, the constituted authority is authorized to halt or void elections, yeah, given the evidence presented to it. Who constitutes the membership of the authority? The 4 independent commissioners of the Electoral Commission of Jamaica and 2 other persons, including a retired judge and a member of the Privy Council. Well, yesterday they made their decision known that what Buchanan and the PNP have been alleging amounted to nothing. Here's Donna Thomas's report on it.
On September 16, Buchanan filed an application with the constituted authority seeking to void the election result in the seat that's been represented by the Prime Minister since 1997. The application cites a number of alleged irregularities and breaches in the conduct of the election. In the final count, Dr. Holness tallied 7,090 votes to Buchanan's 4,980. But during a podcast interview, Buchanan falsely insisted that he was the clear winner in West Central St. Andrew.
I believe in my heart I won the election and I won it very big. There are 33,000 voters in that constituency. We have 3 divisions, 8,000 in the civil rights division, smallest. We have 11,000 in Olympic, which is Mr. Holness's strong area. And there is Mullines, which has 13,400, by far the largest. We have never lost it, not since adult suffrage. Andrew knew that if Mullines came out, the election was lost, no matter what he did down at Olympic.
On Wednesday, the constituted authority set the record straight. The election result will stand. In a statement on Wednesday, the Electoral Commission of Jamaica ECJ says Buchanan's request to overturn the result was denied. According to the Commission, Buchanan relied on Section 37 of the Election Petition Act to support his request. In that section, it's noted that a request can be considered in the event of an upsurge in violence or any irregularity during election day in one or more polling stations or polling divisions or in any electoral division or constituency. The ECJ says Buchanan submitted several affidavits from himself and others in support of his request. But the Electoral Authority says after careful consideration of the affidavits and the relevant case law, the constituted authority found that the evidence presented did not satisfy the standard contemplated by the wording of the law. As such, the constituted authority refused Buchanan's request. The ECJ says it informed the PNP caretaker of the authority's decision in writing on Tuesday. It also provided him with a copy of the written reasons for its decision. Tonna Thomas for Nationwide News.
Thank you, Tonna. Well, that is not surprising for those of us who follow these things closely. Yeah? That was an attempt in futility by Buchanan and his enablers. Yeah? And it didn't take much to realize that. But tired of Una now. Una stressed me out. Who said those words in court yesterday after the break?
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right. Like a
Mark's the Superstore, Lionel Town and Portland Cottage Bear Clarendon has all your hardware needs.
Visit our expanded showroom today and shop at leisure for your building materials, furniture, and appliances.
Take advantage of the 10% discount every Thursday on all brands cooking gas.
The Time by Mark's Superstore, helping you build dreams from the ground up is
10:32.
Eclipse Enterprise is your go-to source for billiards, amusement machines, and electronics. Telephone 876-960-3891. The temperature by Eclipse Enterprise is...
It's 31 in Kingston and 30 in Montego Bay.
Hi there. Here's some good news for these trying times. Quote, by God's word, I can see where I'm going. They throw a beam of light on my dark path. Unquote. Psalm 119, verse 105. Listen for God's word weekdays at 5:45 a.m. and 12:55 p.m. through
Oasis. Stop by for a refreshing drink and share a God perspective for the day.
Oasis. Weekdays 5:45 a.m. and 12:55 p.m. right here on Nationwide, a revolution in media.
The rebroadcast of the Oasis can be heard weekdays at 5:45 a.m.
Cliff Says, what's on his mind? Unfiltered analysis and commentary.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock. Like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock.
There was a moment in court yesterday in the Noel Maitland murder trial. You know, Noel Maitland is a member of the Constabulary Force on trial in relation to the presumed death or murder of Donnelly Donaldson. There was that moment when a frustrated witness in the trial, declared in court, "Me tired of wanna know. Wanna stress me out." This was after he was recalled to stand to give evidence, to the stand to give evidence. He's a delivery truck driver. He had previously testified that he transported a settee. Now you know that famous settee that was full of blood like rice, from Maitland's apartment to a car wash. Well, there was that moment and the judge had to quickly intervene. Robian Williams was in the courtroom.
After being questioned by the prosecutor and briefly cross-examined by the defense, the witness suddenly lashed out before leaving the stand. He said, me don't have to come back here, you know. Me tired of you now. You stress me out. You stress out me and me picnic them. Me tired. Presiding Judge Justice Leighton Pusey quickly intervened, halting the witness's outburst. He reminded him that such behavior would not be tolerated in court. The visibly agitated man was then dismissed and left the courtroom. Earlier, the witness was recalled to identify voices in recorded phone conversations between himself and Maitland. He told the court he had secretly recorded the calls after Maitland contacted him about his truck, which had been seized by the police in 2022. In one of the recordings, Maitland was heard asking, Them tell you which station them take it? The witness responded, But no say nothing to me. Them just take the key and take it so. My papers them a work pan so them never get to take them. Maitland replied, Me supposed to see the DSP in a few, so me I ask him about that. I just hear me ear say them take your vehicle and give you a call. The truck driver said, John Star, my vehicle broke down and they are me yard, and then find me yard, then find me address. To which Maitland responded, yeah, because you forward on my house and them I investigate everything, and that's why. You know have to go in on no detail as to what the investigator ask you, that for them thing. But me just apologize for the whole thing, yeah? The witness was also heard explaining the hardship caused by the loss of his truck, saying, me need for know what go on, you give me a work, I'm done with it, and then I bear other things. Me need for know what go on, cause I like say, me know you are so, and me not involved. Maitland assured him, when them finish do them thing, them a go give you back your vehicle. Sorry, me just a call for tell you sorry about that, me G. As soon as them finish, them a go give you back your vehicle. Both the recordings and transcripts were admitted into evidence. The trial resumes next Tuesday. Roby Ann Williams for Nationwide News.
You know this girl, Roby Ann Williams. She is so good at, bringing to life, in the Jamaican dialect, what was said in the courtroom. She is brilliant at it. Yeah? The ease and, the interpretation, spot on. Yeah? Thank you, Miss Williams. The trial continues. Yeah? Now, it's 22 minutes going up to 11. It is going to cost you more to get a United States visa, that coveted American visa. The fee of just over 70,000 Jamaican dollars took effect yesterday, October 1. It's payable by those who are successful in their application. Some Jamaicans say they'll still try their luck at the U.S. Embassy in Ligony, St. Andrew, while others say the price is simply too much. So we went on the streets of Halfway Tree yesterday to get the reactions of Jamaicans, to the increased fees for an American visa. Here's Shalois Michael's report.
The new $250 visa integrity fee adds to the standard visa application cost of $185. This means applicants will have to pay a total of $435 for a tourist visa. That's 70,035 Jamaican dollars. The U.S. visa is one of the most sought-after travel permits in Jamaica. Hundreds of citizens join long lines at the embassy on a daily basis in hopes of getting the white paper of approval to feel the foreign breeze. When asked if the price hike will deter them from applying, some say the determination to travel abroad trumps all else.
No, because I want to travel and I want to have the experience to travel for vacation and also to shopping. So anywhere I should get money from, loan or partner job, I will get.
Well, Mama, that's not plans. I don't think that is a form of a deterrence.
It's a lot of money. But I mean, if you go and you get it, the 70,000 not even going to really matter no more. Can you go get it?
No, $70,000 will not deter me. I like to travel. I've been there before and I like it. So I'll travel again.
But some say the increase is simply too much.
$70,000 for a visa is most definitely outrageous. It will definitely be a deterrent for me.
Yes, definitely, because there's no guarantee after you paying this $70,000 that you'll be granted a visa. So it is already tough times, and to take up $70,000 to apply and then you're not guaranteed, you're not sure what the outcome is. Of course, I'm discouraged.
It is very discouraging. As a matter of fact, if you were sure that you were going to get it, it wouldn't even be that bad. But to spend $70,000 and only to hear that you are denied, no, it is discouraging for me.
I feel like they're taking advantage of it just because we all want to go there to work, to travel, to study, or even to see family.
If it did cost too much already, it costs too much now.
A key aspect of the new fee is the potential for a refund.
Visa holders can apply for a refund of the $250 fee if they fully comply with their visa terms. If a visa holder leaves the U.S. within 5 days of their visa expiring or changes to a green card legally, they can also apply to get the $250 fee. But it remains unclear what's the process to access the refund. Shalois Michael for Nationwide News.
Well. You know, Jamaicans so covet that American visa that I don't think the raising of the fees will be a deterrent. Yeah? I don't think so. If they feel that they need it, they want it, they're going to find the money, yeah, to make a go at it. Yeah? In our production meeting yesterday, or was it the day before, someone made the point that there's a particular fast food in Jamaica. Yeah, a particular fast food. No matter how they raise the price, nobody now stop by it. Yeah? And the point was made that that was a similar situation for a U.S. visa. No matter where it go, we're going to find the money. It is for the same reason I said earlier this week that Jamaican governments have to be very careful in the era of Trump that we don't find ourselves beating up our chests and running up our mouths like some would love us to do. Yeah? And to poke that bear called Trump and make him turn around and say, okay, no more visa for Jamaicans. Yeah? Because any government that triggers that kind of reaction is dead in the water. Yeah? Because you don't ramp with the Jamaicans when it comes to their visas, their U.S. visas. All right, that's where I'm going to leave it for this morning. Talking about Trump, you see in America, the federal government is now into its second day of being shut down. Yeah? The Republicans and the Democrats are at it again. The longest period for prior shutdowns was 35 days in 2018. We don't know how long this one is going to last for. Yeah? But it seems like America now is perpetually in chaos. And that has been a trademark of the Trump style of governing. He thrives in chaos. Yeah? Time for the break. After the break, your calls.
My hands were steady. My eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose. My steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock.
Buckle up, Jamaica! The Island Traffic Authority is shifting into high gear to promote safer roads for all. Learn all the best practices in road and vehicle safety when you tune into the ITA Corner during Nationwide this morning, every Monday at 8:30 a.m. Understand your rights and responsibilities under the Road Traffic Act of 2018 and stay informed about licensing and certification for drivers and motor vehicles. That's ITA Corner, Mondays at 8:30 a.m. during Nationwide this morning. Don't miss it. The ITA Corner is brought to you by the Island Traffic Authority, steering safety, inspiring change.
Is this real? Hey Greg, come look at this. Oh my, it's happening. Mr. Daniels, the numbers keep getting bigger and bigger.
Sir, the clicks are off the charts.
Hello, sales? What's the emergency? 9,000 clicks in one day? 3,000 order? So how much we have left? What? I'll soon call you back. Mr. Nakamoto, it's Danny from Jamaica. I need 5,000 of the big ones. We're back in business.
Yes, sir. Sweat it.
Amplify your brand. Let Nationwide 90 FM assist you in tapping into a captivated audience across our social media platforms. For more information, contact us at 876-630-1210 or sales@nationwidenewsnetwork.com. Businesses, companies, and entrepreneurs, let's supercharge your brand.
Ever wondered how to spot a scam before it drains your account? Or how Jamaica's top financial crime fighters track down the money? Join the Financial Investigations Division on Nationwide this morning, every first and third Friday at 8:20 a.m. for FID in Action, an informative, engaging feature designed to keep you and your money safe. Learn practical tips to help you spot, prevent, and report financial crimes. Understand how the FID protects the financial system. That's FID in Action, protecting you, preventing financial crime. On Nationwide this morning, every first and third Friday at 8:20 a.m. Brought to you by the Financial Investigations Division.
Our phone numbers are 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, and 618-8255.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock.
11 minutes going up to 11. Our first call of the morning is Chris. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning, Mr. Hughes. How you doing, my brother? Welcome back to Jamaica.
Want to make it look like me go for a long time.
No, I know you're going to relax the brain a little bit. Well, and you do it. You know?
Morning again, Chris. What's
morning,
happening?
brother. What I want to find out from you, Sir Cliff, I want to ask you a few questions. Last week, when the Prime Minister and his team went overseas to that function, and
Which
it was
function?
the time for the gentleman come and give his speech. And some of the people walk out and the Prime Minister and his team sit down. Why Miss Mackley never look for Mark Golding when Andrew was swearing and so what you do it was wrong, brother. But you're not the Prime Minister.
Why Miss who?
The PMP spokesperson, the loyalist.
Motley. Donald Scott Motley. Yes.
Why she never come out and say him, Mark Golding, why you do it was wrong?
Oh?
Why she never come out and say that?
You think she could do
man
that?
Sit, the man and him team sit down.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing wrong with that. Because you know, endorse a man with his foolishness.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
When my man go up to St. Elizabeth, why they go back down the woman? And now, why they not tell him, say, no, don't, never you come back to Spanish Town?
Uh-huh.
Hey, me say them is such a hypocrite.
Uh-huh.
So my man up and down on podcast and all about they say Andrew robbing me election. So them shut him up yesterday. Why she never come out and say, but what you do wrong?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hey, me say every way them turn, them embarrass themselves. Mm-hmm. And people need to make them know.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Yes.
Let me such a list theater. Let me tell Trump to roll back the visa fee now. And that moment they to do. And you will don't take place.
Yes.
Tired of them, man. Tired of them. All the Prime Minister need to do, get him thing going and see that the people them work. When I work, shuffle them up. It's like a pretty boy or a pretty girl thing.
Mm-hmm.
Understand?
Yes.
Yeah, man. Them need. And the road, them hear the people ball out for the road. Some of them MP want need to get the road fixed for the people them else to now go back. And hold for empty space down there, you know. So they still in the work.
Oh.
whole for empty space down there. So no stay in the work to get one of them position there.
Oh.
You have to work feet and all, just go in like so. So you have to tell them to Uncle Cliff, can't let them here. You know?
That them for fix the road?
Yeah, whatever them left off before the election, continue.
Oh. I didn't say that, you know. I've said it, that they have to keep up the momentum.
Which is right, sir. Everything is not the poor Prime Minister.
Well...
So, I just say go. Give somebody else a chance. Say, Papa Nana, morning time, Pop. Love you.
And I gather he's the next one on the line. Papa Nana, Pops?
Mr. Hughes.
What go on, Pops?
Tell that caller to me love him too.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
God bless you, man. How you do?
My good man. How are you?
Mr. Hughes, you know what say? Me didn't know say Buchanan would lose the case because God don't like ugly, you know. And Mr. Hughes, me I tell you ugly bad, you know. You tell you truth. God know Buchanan and Barnesville is the two uglies, man, that nothing God had nothing to do with them. Them two ugly.
You must not be like that, Papa Nana. You must not
then
be mean.
Ugly.
You must not be mean. No, you must not be like
so
that.
You don't believe say God not like ugly?
Me don't know what God believe.
Mr. Hughes, you brought up good. You know say God don't like ugly. You know that.
You don't know that.
You know that. God don't like ugly. Almighty God, the man ugly till fee insurance must be heavy.
Papa Nana, where you call me to talk to me about?
Yeah, me know why you run me away. Me want to ask you one simple question now.
Yeah.
The judge that died here, don't judge get protection like people who police security watch your house and stuff?
Yes, they do.
Then tell me something now. The person who wanna drag a man in time is a passerby or the person living in the house with her?
It's her spouse living in there with her. Yes.
Living in there with her?
Yes. He has been described as her spouse, her partner, and they were living together.
Yes, and when he call her and she don't answer, so her door was locked.
Apparently, based on that incident report that has been leaked. Yes, the door was locked because he said on a number of occasions.
So both of them in different apartments.
Different, probably they slept in different rooms.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I am saying because me cannot call you, me and you are going to jog a man in time. And me call you and you no answer. And then me left and me go jog and me 4 hours time before me know what happened to you.
Yes.
I don't understand that part.
Even jogging or walking for 4 hours is a little unusual.
Yes, because if him come back and a 4 hours time, what time did him go and jog and come back? What time?
Based on what it is alleged he told the police, he attempted to get her up at 5 because they would normally get ready at that time to go walk.
Yes.
So sometime after 5, he would have left to go walk. And he said he returned 9 o'clock. That's 3.5, 4 hours. And I'm saying that even that is unusual. But, you know, facts are very strange things, you know. So let us be mindful of that.
Mercy, God. Mr. Hughes,
Yes.
and the next thing when we look for, so we don't want to keep on what you take, because millions of people want to listen to
No,
you.
man, go ahead.
Tell me something. Venezuela is a rich country.
Oil rich. It has one of the world's largest proven reserves of oil. But the country itself has not managed its oil resources very well. And as such, it has been struggling economically and politically for quite a while now.
Then, Mr. Hughes, when we want to find out something, if the country is struggling, that means that the people them there is struggling too. How could they help out with so much money in Jamaica in the election if them people are suffering so?
Help out with what? What do you mean so much money? What
Tell
much
a
money?
whole heap of money the PNP get from Venezuela.
Where you get that from?
Then the same thing will when Gonzaga to no help out too.
Oh, where you get that from? Where you get? Hold on,
you know,
tell me.
Mr. Hughes.
Yes.
You know, anytime me company nationwide to say anything to you, you make me tremble because you question me too much.
What you mean? Let me not must question you. Where you get that information that the people of Venezuela get the PNP whole heap of money?
Yes, I don't know for the people. When you're
Maduro, the president.
You can't talk Spanish like you. You go to China, go practice it other day. I don't know. What you saying here? You
Maduro.
Your tongue. Me don't know about that.
Maduro. Maduro. President Maduro.
Oh, Maduro. Okay.
No, seriously, Papa Nana.
Yes. Yes.
It's not everything you hear on social media you must believe, you know.
No.
Can me see that thing appearing on my what you call it now, my feed.
Yes.
Where some bloggers are now alleging that the PNP got money. I don't know if you have a whole heap of money, because a whole heap of money is relative. I don't know about that. But that the PNP got money from Venezuela to fight the election. I don't know about that, but is that everything you see on social media you must believe, you know?
True, Mr. You.
How you know say true? How you know say true?
True.
How you know that?
You don't believe when anybody tell you anything. True. You get it from Venezuela Ren Gonzalez. True.
But Gonzalez not come from Venezuela.
No, he come from
St. Vincent. Ralph Gonzalez.
Yes, Ralph
Gonzalez. Yes.
What name again?
Dr. Ralph Gonzalez, the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Yes, he said that all the money come give them that.
Maybe you talk, say, and put me in trouble. Wait.
That can't put you in no trouble.
What you mean?
When I'm a banana teacher, you teacher?
No. Well, that's why the boss say me give you the platform for say no. Listeners, I don't know of that. As far as I know, what Papa Nana is saying is absolute rubbish. Hearsay.
Jesus Christ. When I say you hungry, me now say rubbish me attack.
What is hearsay? You could be already hearsay.
You see how life go do. You cuss me and say me attack rubbish, but you know talk about that's why the rubbish in Jamaica so hard to clean up because PNP get up every day and chat pure rubbish. Why you not talk about say them chat rubbish too?
Yeah, trace me now.
No, but remember, those are key figures in certain things, because the Prime Minister, you have certain people who tell the Prime Minister fired. And the Prime Minister is a different thing nowadays, and we have to go tell him that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so me attack. You have a good day, you hear, sir?
You have a good day. Day after you come here, come spread.
Get rid of me.
You come here, come spread propaganda.
We not spread no propaganda. Me I tell you what I go so.
Oh, you did it when you get the money? And how much money they get?
You can't go and talk, you think that you move up with grassroots people like me.
No.
One man here before left $100,000 bar and supermarket and tell people drink as much as they want and all kind of thing. You can go and talk.
What?
Yeah. So you don't know what is taking place. I told you before the election, $1 million was going to spend, because one of the MP where we know. So if him did know say he was going to be in opposition, the $2 billion way cost him, he wouldn't spend that.
$2 billion, one MP?
You can't go and talk.
Papa Nana.
You see a poor when you're
Papa Nana.
You see a poor Humba Davis, he couldn't win because the amount of money was spent to get rid of him.
Papa Nana.
Yes.
You hear that? Take it though. One candidate spent $2 billion?
If I know more than that, and I just out and short pocket in take out that.
That's not possible.
You can't go and talk, man. You're some man in Jamaica, you're dirt rich. Listen to me, man. You can't go and talk, man.
Yeah.
See, we have all one ex-priest in Jamaica. You tell you, say, man, rich, so tell you in favor of the $1 million note them. You can't go and talk.
Come on for the radio, Papa Nana.
Yes.
You have your breakfast yet?
Yes, man. Mama Nana got a country and he look for me breakfast giving.
Thank God for Mama Nana.
Yes. Yeah. And God bless Hughes. You will stop Tom Thomas and listen to you sometime.
All right, sir. All right.
God bless you.
Take care. Good. Time for the break.
My hands hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and
Super Happy, SuperMed located in Kingston, St. Thomas, Portland, and St. Mary. The time by SuperMed family of pharmacies and Hughes Dent Pharmacy is
2 minutes after 11.
Buckle up, Jamaica! The Island Traffic Authority is shifting into high gear to promote safer roads for all. Learn all the best practices in road and vehicle safety when you tune into the ITA Corner during Nationwide this morning, every Monday at 8:30 a.m. Understand your rights and responsibilities under the Road Traffic Act of 2018 and stay informed about licensing and certification for drivers and motor vehicles. That's ITA Corner, Mondays at 8:30 a.m. during Nationwide this morning. Don't miss it. The ITA Corner is brought to you by the Island Traffic Authority, steering safety, inspiring change.
It's Monday, get over your blues. Or Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The E-Zone is here for you. With this thing, Honeybee.
And Karim Boyatings
From 3 to 5 p.m. on Nationwide 90 FM.
We've got your entertainment news.
Then we want to hear your views. Why you say?
Jump in the mix.
Or the hot seat.
Don't miss our brain busters.
Or the crazy giveaways.
Let's talk fashion.
Send us your outfit of the day. Ooh, cutesy. Very demure.
Are you looking for love?
Come on one of our blind dates. Send your request to ezoneblindates@gmail.com. That's ezoneblindates@gmail.com.
And stay tuned for your confessions.
These are my confessions. Share them with us at ezoneconfessions@yahoo.com. I mean, is this planet Earth?
Is it?
I don't know. Let me check. Either way, it's got a buzz.
And a bugger thing.
Ow! Ow!
Our phone numbers are 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, and 618-8255.
my hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock.
4 minutes after 11. Kevin, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Hughes.
Good morning, sir.
Welcome back to Jamaica, the land of wood and water. What up, Selector? Welcome back, Mr. Hughes.
Thank you, Michael, the DJ.
All right.
Kevin, the
yes,
DJ.
Sir. All right. Yes, sir. All right. Recently, by the way, I like the Nationwide quiz. It was wonderful, and the banter was very good. And how you come back from China and just mash up the place in a full parallel.
Champion.
champion every time, yes. So recently I heard a news report on Nationwide. One MP, I think it was Miss Jess, reporting on the Firearms Act and spoke about how if a student the school have career day and the father buy an imitation when they make a toy gun, plastic gun, like cricket child, on the police, or that man can be arrested and charged under the Firearms Act. But my recollection of the act say an imitation firearm. No, I believe the police know the difference between one imitation firearm and one called toy gun, what the children might use.
Mm-hmm.
So I want us to really look at it and say, it is not, I don't think what she said is factual, and we have to, I think that needs some clarification by those who are in charge of the new Firearm Act to speak to it, because we wouldn't want children in school to when they have career day, they say parents don't want to dress them up like police and give them the little plastic gun and thing to dress up with and stuff like that.
Yes.
Because
I heard the snippets from that discussion, and I think the attorney, Miss Jess, her choice of words were off because she equated an imitation firearm with a toy gun.
Right.
And the law does not speak to toy guns. Yeah? It speaks to imitation firearms.
Right.
And as I understand it, imitation firearms are specifically designed, in appearance to fool you that it's a real gun.
And can do the same effect or similar effect of a real gun.
Exactly. A toy gun is not so designed.
No.
So it's more difficult for you to be fooled by a toy gun than an imitation firearm.
Right.
And I think that is where the confusion is, and she should probably seek to clear it up. Yeah, it's not the same thing.
And we have to think analytically in this country and know when something is off or when it is right and seek answers. Another thing is when Mr. Buchanan spoke to the Prime Minister, the delegation to the what's that thing where the President Netanyahu and
the United Nations General Assembly.
Right, UN General Assembly, right, they sat down. And he spoke of us supporting apartheid, and we stood up against apartheid. It is a different era and a different circumstance. The world is a different place now than it was then in the apartheid era.
Who said we supported apartheid?
Mr. Isaac Buchanan, it was on Nationwide News.
Oh?
That he, because I'm an avid Nationwide. Listen, I can tell you about my challenge, my approach avoidance. One morning I was switching from one other radio station to Nationwide. I'm right, and I click this on my left, and I click that.
Hold on. Tell me, what did he say?
I can't quote him verbatim, but in his words, he mentioned that Jamaica, in the same way that Jamaica stood up against apartheid, and to the extent that what's his name again visited Jamaica?
Mandela.
Mandela, right? We should stand up. We should have stood up against the forces that be at the UN. Right?
Yeah.
So it is two different.
There are some people who are of that view, and we should not be disrespectful of them because it is a view that they genuinely have. But I think it's a misguided view, and it's not reading the present realities of the global village.
Right.
And their hearts on this issue are in the right place. But in terms of the strategy, to fight the Palestinian cause, to advance the Palestinian cause.
Right.
The strategy for small island developing countries like Jamaica, vulnerable countries like Jamaica, an hour and a half away from the United States. So intertwined with the United States.
True.
It is not Jimmy Carter who is president of the United States.
No.
It is Donald Trump.
Trump, yes.
I think they're underestimating. Exactly. I think they're.
As I heard, some, I don't know who was on this morning. I think it was this morning. Spoke. It was yesterday evening after 5 o'clock news here. They spoke. If you're handing a land more to take time dry out.
Yes.
And you can I stay up and go back and could come.
Yeah.
So we have to be careful. The apartheid era was a different thing.
Yes, sir.
Different time from now. And that was a different cause. Right now, Jamaica exports to Israel. There are some things that we export to Israel.
And that's not the issue, though. I wouldn't even raise that. That's not the issue at all. The issue is how you advance, the cause of the Palestinians, the just cause of Palestinians, is not by beating up your chest and, hollering blood and fire. No, that's not the way to do it. Not in today's global reality.
Right.
Yes,
and Mr. Hughes, if I may just say two things quickly and allow other person to call. One is, somebody told me recently, I don't know how true it is, that the Jews in Israel now are European Jews and not the original Jews. I don't know how true that is, but that is something to look into and what that would effect that would cause. And the last thing is, I like the way you and Papa Nana relate with each other, because if more of us can relate with that, when somebody can say, no, you're wrong, and they agree, and you agree to disagree, and you go in peace, we will be a better place.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Hughes. Bless you.
Good. It's 12 minutes after 11. Morgan, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Hughes. How are you doing, sir?
I am good.
Yeah.
And you?
I heard the child of me yesterday, and I thought how many hours it takes you to reach where you were going. I know you went there for a good purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm hanging at the station. It's nationwide. My phone don't move from that station. It's very good. But I could address Papa Nana a while ago, you know, because he come back to his stories, but you address it very well.
Mm-hmm.
So how are you? Good?
I am good. I'm good.
Yeah, man, we know you're good, man. Hey, Cliff, let me tell you something, you see?
Yes.
There are so many issues that I think need to be addressed in our country, like now. And we have a turtle prime minister, and I talked to Margie the other morning about some little issues that plague us. We don't have a sidewalk. You know that?
We don't have any sidewalk?
Because we have a little few sidewalks. Because I was talking about where you leave from Motor Park going down to Burt's Auto Supply. There's a big piece of place that is broken, and it's to see one drive that is, it needs fixing.
Yes.
What? You know it? Now I'm talking about almost over that store across the road there, into Birds.
Yeah, man.
And you know, I fell there the other day because I fell.
Oh, dear.
Because the lack of that piece of sidewalk. I work in that area and I was a chef, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then we have to go to Tarrant Baptist Church, and when I coming from down the other water, the other rain track. I fell right there.
Oh, dear.
I
hope you didn't suffer any serious injury. I hope you weren't seriously injured.
My name is swollen. Now I'm lying right in my bed talking to you. And just another little thing that I spoke to, and I wanted to be addressed. Please help me. You know, we're concerned with primary school. This is I live right beside it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a sidewalk here where scores of children pass here on a daily basis. And when and Henry, Mr. Henry, one of the people that supposed to get that brought in that show to him. I never meet Mr. Silbright because I'm asking him because now the member of parliament from Kalsamuda, and I want to come and look at it. It's very dangerous to walk in the street. You know, a 3-time place. Motor vehicle, it might have right on that place, but one man run sit there, you know. And the man didn't stop because when I ran over to the police station, I thought he would stop. The man don't stop. It cost me my own dollar to do it. And I'm asking somebody to just pay a little bit of attention to look at it.
All right, so tell me, hold on.
I know you come from out of
Hold on. Tell me exactly where this sidewalk is.
It's right at the step out of Constance Primary School and heading down to Cassava Peace Road.
Okay.
Right there.
Okay.
Right, it's on your left hand. At the step out of the primary school.
And where on Malines, between Morton and Burt's, is the...
As you left Greenville Road.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a bus stop right there.
Uh-huh.
And there's a piece, the sidewalk is gone. And I asked because of the question, do we have a member of parliament? Do we have a government, you know?
Yes.
Because Peter Phillips' constituency and Mr. Gordon won it the other day back.
Yes.
I would want to talk to him and add that piece of sidewalk fixed.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a lot of people who came from those places and came up on a daily basis to get buses.
Yes.
Children in the school because you have a school across the road from a church. You know a big church in front of the Tractor Supply?
Yes.
Right. That is a sidewalk across the road. It needs to be fixed.
Oh.
That's where I fell the other day. I paused here.
So I'm appealing to the members of the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Committee. Hold on, sir. Hello. You can't, hello. You can't come here and ask for help. You know, I'm trying to help, and you just keep on talking. All right? So I'm saying to the members of the KSAC and the NWA, I don't know which one is it. I don't know if it's a works agency or the KSAMC. I think it's more the works agency, you know. These open manholes without covers along the sidewalks are a menace to people, pedestrians. Yeah? You should take a look at it, NWA. Yeah? Especially the blind people, older people who are not as agile and mobile. Yeah? Can do serious damage or get seriously injured if they fall into one of these. Yeah, so please, the one on Mullines Road in the vicinity of Bert's Auto, as well as the other one. Where's the other one?
Uncle Hughes. When you go down the road and see man, you know, there are two runways here before you reach to see what the traffic light is.
Yes.
Need to be fixed.
Okay, sir. So over to you, NWA. Thank you very much, sir. Gotta run. Time for the break.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light.
Rhino Jamaica Limited, Jamaica's choice for water tanks and pumps. Now open on Saturdays at our Marcus Garvey Drive location from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. The time brought to you by Rhino Jamaica Limited is
19 minutes after 11.
It's Monday, get over your blues. Or Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
The E-Zone is here for you.
With the Stinger Honey Bee.
And Karim Boyatings
from 3 to 5 p.m. on Nationwide 90 FM.
We've got your entertainment news.
Then we want to hear your views. Why you say?
Jump in the mix.
Or the hot seat.
Don't miss our brain busters.
Or the crazy giveaways.
Let's talk fashion.
Send us your outfit of the day. Ooh, cutesy. Very demure.
Are you looking for love?
Come on one of our blind dates. Send your request to ezone blinddates@gmail.com. That's ezoneblinddates@gmail.com.
And stay tuned for your confessions.
These are my confessions.
Share them with us at ezoneconfessions@yahoo.com. I mean, is this planet Earth?
Is it?
I don't know. Let me check. Either way, it's got a buzz.
And a bugger thing.
Ow! Ow!
Exciting news! The Design Studio on Nationwide 90 FM just got a whole lot bigger. Join us this and every Saturday now from 1 to 3 p.m. for an exclusive show that elevates your home, mind, and soul. Discover the latest interior design trends to create your dream sanctuary. Unlock your true potential with personal growth strategies. Nourish your body and spirit with expert wellness tips. Don't miss out on the inspiration you need to live your best life. Tune in to the Design Studio this and every Saturday from 1 to 3 p.m. and take the first step towards a more fulfilling you.
Make me sweat, make me harder.
Our phone numbers are 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, and 618-8255.
It's 20 minutes after 11. We have now our next caller, Councillor Coral Davis. Good morning, Councillor Davis.
Good morning, Cliff. How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I am good.
Very well.
Cliff, you owe me 100,000, you know?
What's that?
You owe me $100,000.
What? But as a result of what?
Bet me. So nobody can beat Currency Morrison.
Me bet you?
Your name bet me.
So how me owe you then?
Your name bet me.
Exactly. So me can't owe you?
Yes, so you have to give me.
Yeah. You try to start me now.
You You have to give me 100,000, please.
No, sir.
No, make me send, sir.
No, sir.
Anyway, Cliff, I am using this opportunity to say to my wonderful member of parliament, congratulations. You did it again. We had no doubt at all that you would not remain as our wonderful member of parliament, and now you are promoted to Minister of State in the Ministry of Sport, Culture, Gender and Entertainment, and we wish you well. Cliff, you nearly never hear about me. On election day, I was being assaulted by a man with a machete.
What?
My car door, the man blocked me on 4 different occasions in the community called Gobe. And after that, he ran up his vehicle, came out of his vehicle, came to my vehicle, pulled my car door with a machete in his hand in my face on election day. And you know, Cliff, I listened to all the commentaries taking place right across the length and breadth of this country. And sometimes I say because we are deep rural and maybe a lot of people in the country. Yes, it came in the Gleaner, but I heard nothing about it instead. And I really wanted to speak to you directly. So when me hear say you're going to China, I was a little disappointed. But this notion where people say, oh, the election campaign was this and was that. I am telling you, Cliff, in Northeast St. Catherine, we came under a lot of intimidation. As a deep rural constituency, we came under numerous intimidation by our major opponent. Okay? And I'm telling you, and it was only because we ourselves would not decide that we would lie down and have anyone running over us. Right? And
so you all prevailed.
We prevailed. Secondly, I want to say this morning. I am using this medium to call on NWA. There is a hole in the main road, Golf Road, Glen Golf. For months, we have been reporting it. And I am saying, Cliff, I was in my division yesterday traversing that thoroughfare. And that hole can't stay there no longer. So I am calling on Mr. Knight from NWA in Spanish Town. Please, sir, move immediately and go to Glen Golf, because it has been reported Cliff, a truck will not be able to pass. It has now torn bigger because every single afternoon we have rain in these areas. And I am calling on NWA to move with urgency. And you know why I'm doing this, Mr. Hughes? They put up all kind of stick with my member of parliament picture in them. And I take offense to it. Serious offense. Because it's not for want of representation from Terencia Morrison. Right? And I believe it is disrespect for any constituent to take up my member of parliament poster to be putting it in these holes. Right? Giving an impression that my member of parliament has no care about these things. So I am using this medium to call on Mr. Knight.
Who is Mr. Knight? Who is Mr. Knight?
Mr. Knight heads NWA in Spanish Town, the Spanish Town office.
Oh, I see.
I'm asking him move with urgency to have this remedy.
Okay, Councillor Corel Davis. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Good. Time for the break.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock.
Tune in to Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. Stay ahead of the curve with our cutting-edge reporting and accurate breaking news coverage.
We're having an earthquake. Oh, God.
Hear it here first on Nationwide 90 FM. Tune in, turn up the volume, and listen. We bring a mix of news, entertainment, and sports to your lives.
Nationwide 90 FM's live and continuous coverage of the World Championships in Budapest, Hungary.
News and discussions week mornings.
Coming up in the news at 6 for this morning.
Entertainment in the afternoons, then news again in the evenings.
Nationwide news at this hour, fired.
Also, tune in to the entertainment and sports shows in the nights and on the weekends.
It is Boy Things After Dark right here on Nationwide 90 FM.
Everything is news, from current affairs and entertainment to sports, business, and other categories.
Nationwide 90 FM. This is Beanie Man. Give it to them. Zaga, Zen.
From every whisper to every commotion.
That's rubbish. The KSAMC cannot investigate itself.
Every news story unfolds here first at Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. Every sound is a story, and every story we share is news.
Chuck fried chicken always ready. Chuck, original crispy. Bird Chuck, Cajun spicy. Bird Chuck, a barbecue. Bird Chuck, we are the Bird Chuck.
The time brought to you by Burchak Fried Chicken in Montego Bay and Ocho Rios is
11:30.
But is this real? Hey Greg, come look at this. Oh my, it's happening. Mr. Daniels, the numbers keep getting bigger and bigger.
Sir, the clicks are off the charts. Hello, sales? What's the emergency? 9,000 clicks in one day? 3,000 order? So how much we have left? What? I soon call you back. Mr. Nakamoto, it's Danny from Jamaica. I need 5,000 of the big ones. We're back in business.
Yes, sir.
Amplify your brand. Let Nationwide 90 FM assist you in tapping into a captivated audience across our social media platforms. For more information, contact us at 876-630-1210 or sales@nationwidenewsnetwork.com. Businesses, companies, and entrepreneurs, let's supercharge your brand.
Our phone numbers are 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, and 618-8255.
hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock. Like a rock. I was strong as I could.
28 minutes going up to noon. Duncan, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Hughes. How are you?
I'm fine. And you?
I'm fine myself.
Good.
Mr. Hughes, let me ask you something. What if the Prime Minister, Dr. Andrew Holness, is the one to broker a peace deal that will end the genocide in Palestine between the Palestinians and Israel? What if he is the one? And that is why he stayed. You know why I said that, Mr. Hughes? The Palestinian population is about 5.8 to 6 million people. And when you research the figures, it tells you about 60,000 Palestinians they are casualty of this Israel-Palestinian war. You see, when you compare it to Jamaica population, which is about 2.53 million people, the casualty of our crimes that has been going on from about the 90s, early 90s to now is 37,000 hot people. Now, when you make the comparison, you see how they relate. And if Dr. Andrew Holness was the one with the Commissioner of Police to break the back of our genocide problem, why you not think that him have something to share with them? You know? The other day, I hear you said something. I'm a listener to your program. I'm a fan of yours. I'm one of your longest followers from your days of Perspective. When you were on AM, I just listened to you. And the other day, you made a comment and you said, sometime a person may go to a pharmacy and then get through 99 times, and the one time they have some issues. It is a problem. You remember something similar to that comment?
Well, I don't remember that particular one, but go ahead.
Right. The point that I'm making is we have been having so many successes where development of Jamaica is concerned. Jamaica is at its most developed stage ever. And for instance, one of the things that has just been a problem to us is crime and violence, and how to resuscitate the younger generation into just accepting that without that, it is a normal society. You say, I can tell you how the minister and the Ministry of Justice is going about it through restorative justice, because I attend their seminar. You can ask George, me see my AC Hotel, and me go down at the downtown when them have it at the conference center. I attend them, me read them. And when you look on the correlation, what the Ministry of Justice and the Minister of Justice is doing in comparison to what the Commissioner of Police is doing, you just say that something is getting fixed.
Mm-hmm.
We all will benefit when crime go down. And, you know, everything, when there's a problem, is not to really chastise, so to speak, but just to point it out so that it can be fixed.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And with you answering me, Mr. Hughes, in hearing a voice, that is all I have to say.
Well, I don't think anybody can contest the fact that the Holness administration has been the most successful administration so far over the last 50 years to bring down crime and to have a positive impact on reducing the crime rates in Jamaica. I don't think that it can be questioned. It is beyond doubt that this has been one of the big successes of the Holness administration. Yeah, I recall when the figures started to go down. a former JDF Chief of Defense Staff and Commissioner of Police, Admiral Lewin, on this program told me then that while the numbers were heading in the right direction, we should wait to see if it becomes a trend. Never forget it. Because the problem of reducing crime was so difficult and intractable up until then. Nobody thought it was possible that it was going to be a trend that we are looking at now for the last 3 years, going 4 years now. Murders, major crimes, down by such a big margin, 40%. Nobody thought it possible. Over the last 3 years, murders have been reduced by more than 50%. I didn't think it was possible. I was skeptical. Yeah? So, you are correct. Yeah, there's no doubt about that, sir. No doubt about that.
Well, and I'm just saying, if that was the reality of Jamaica's situation, I think all perspective of why the Prime Minister stayed need to rest until his action is seen, the result of his action, because the comparison with both countries, it is there and it is possible, because
What is possible? What is possible?
It is possible that he can impart some contribution to whether to Israel or between Israel and Palestine. We just have to ask him.
Oh, you're saying that wholeness could be a conduit for something that could possibly end the conflict between the Israelis and the Palestinians? Is that what
Then
you're
you
suggesting?
yourself just said that he did what you believe could not have been done. Don't underestimate that man. You can't.
You're stretching it now.
Come, all right. Let us see. Let us ask him. And even you question him, what was your intention? Just ask him. But I'm saying, let's not procrastinate about it. I'll try to guess his perspective, why he did it.
You're
because
being
I'm
fanciful.
sure. I am trying to be... say that again, I didn't
You're
hear
being
you.
fanciful.
Why do you think so? And the stats is true.
What stats? Stats relating to Jamaica, not to the conflict in Israel and the Middle East.
The population. And
No,
what's happening.
population is not a factor here.
Let me answer this question. If it is that you call 66,000 of the population of close to 6 million genocide, why would you not call 37,000 of the population of 3 million genocide?
Well, first of all, 66,000 Gazans have been killed over the last 12, 13 months. The 37,000 of which you speak in Jamaica, those were killed over decades. That's the first thing.
I agree, but let me say this to you. A gentleman on your program make a very important point the other day. He said to one of your hosts, I think I hear the host repeat it, it was Tyrone, is that based on the amount of people that are being killed in Jamaica, it's equal to one high school. I mean, when you put things
The point we're talking about now is...
it's significant.
You are trying to make a connection, a parallel that, listen, the wholeness did it in Jamaica, so he may be able to do it in the Middle East conflict. And I'm saying that is fanciful.
Oh, it's with the things of you saying both, isn't it true?
No, again, wrong. You're not comparing apples with apples.
All right, let's see then.
All right, sir.
Okay, Mr.
Cool. Take care. 19 minutes going up to noon. Yes? Bowen, good morning.
Yeah, morning, Mr. Hughes.
Good morning, sir.
I call in regards to the solar tax credit that the government introduced some time ago for persons who install solar panels to generate their own electricity.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the requirements is that, among other things, is that you have to get a license from MBIT, Ministry of Science and Technology. You have to get a net billing license, right? But that net billing license is for persons who wish to sell back excess energy that they generate to the grid. But I'm saying if you're not desirous of selling back the excess energy to the grid, why you need that net billing license? One, right? However, I get to understand that there's another license or another mechanism called AC, auxiliary connection, and that is for persons who remain connected to the grid, but you're not selling the excess. But I just call for you to do a favor, like when you get Mr. Vaz back on the program,
yes,
if you can ask him where is that mechanism, the AC, the auxiliary connection for persons who they want the tax credit, they need the license, but they remain connected to the grid, but they don't want to sell back, so they're not interested in a net billing. Where I wanted to ask,
they want to use all the electricity for their own purposes.
For your own purpose. You don't want to sell back to, but to get tax credit from the tax office, you need a license from MSET.
Right.
MSET is saying is the only license you can get right now is the net billing license, which requires you to sell back the excess
to the grid.
Yeah, and you're not interested in that. So that is like a stopgap for persons who already have them solar system. They want the tax credit. Is a 30% tax credit you get back. Your system costs $1 million. You get back 30% that as a tax credit. Yeah, but you can't get it because you have to get this net billing license, and you're not interested in selling. This is a loophole. You have to get drawing and all sort of things.
Got you.
Yeah, so I want you to, when you get Minister Vaz back on the program,
yes,
if your reporters even can delve into it, this type of feature on it, because there's a whole lot of solar thing going on now, and I don't know if persons are aware that they can get back this tax rate. If you're employed or self-employed,
yes,
they can get back this tax rate. So I don't know if you can do a feature on it, find out where the AC connection mechanism is, where is it in Parliament, what's the process. Yeah, all right.
Thank you much. Good. Time for the break.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light.
Furnitureland at 112 Constant Spring Road is Jamaica's premier furniture retailer when searching for stylish and elegant pieces for your home. The time by Furnitureland is
11:45. Comments time.
Since 1995, we've been your go-to source for everything related to billiards, amusement machines, and electronics. With locations at 1A Lindsay Terrace, Kingston 10, and the Village Plaza, Big Bridge, Savannah, Lamar, we offer top-quality pool table parts and accessories, cutting-edge gaming machines, and more. We also specialize in assembly, sales, and service of amusement machines. We provide unmatched customer service, expert solutions, and products tailored to your needs. Who are we? We are Eclipse Enterprise. Telephone 876-960-3891.
Ever wondered how to spot a scam before it drains your account? Or how Jamaica's top financial crime fighters track down the money? Join the Financial Investigations Division on Nationwide this morning, every first and third Friday at 8:20 a.m. for FID in Action, an informative, engaging feature designed to keep you and your money safe. Learn practical tips to help you spot, prevent, and report financial crimes. Understand how the FID protects the financial system. That's FID in action, protecting you, preventing financial crime. On Nationwide this morning, every first and third Friday at 8:20 a.m. Brought to you by the Financial Investigations Division.
Tune in to Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. Stay ahead of the curve with our cutting-edge reporting and accurate breaking news coverage.
We're having an earthquake. Oh, God.
Hear it here first on Nationwide 90 FM. Tune in, turn up the volume, and listen. We bring a mix of news, entertainment, and sports to your lives.
Nationwide 90 FM's live and continuous coverage of the World Championships in Budapest, Hungary.
News and discussions week mornings.
Coming up in the news at 6 for this morning.
Entertainment in the afternoons, then news again in the evenings.
Nationwide news at this hour. Fired.
Also, tune into the entertainment and sports shows in the nights and on the weekends.
It is Boy Things After Dark right here on Nationwide 90 FM.
Everything is news, from current affairs and entertainment to sports, business, and other categories.
Nationwide 90 FM. This is Beanie Man. Give it to them. Zaga, Zen.
From every whisper to every commotion.
That's rubbish. The KSAMC cannot investigate itself.
Every news story unfolds here first at Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. Every sound is a story, and every story we share is news.
Hi there. Here's some good news for these trying times. Quote, "By God's word, I can see where I'm going. They throw a beam of light on my dark path." Unquote. Psalm 119, verse 105. Listen for God's word weekdays at 5:45 a.m. and 12:55 p.m. through
Oasis. Stop by for a refreshing drink and share a God perspective for the day.
Oasis. Weekdays 5:45 a.m. and 12:55 p.m. right here on Nationwide, a revolution in media.
The rebroadcast of the Oasis can be heard weekdays at 5:45 a.m.
Our phone numbers are 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, and 618-8255.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light, and I held firm to what I felt was right.
All right, 11 minutes going up to noon. Barrington is on the line now. Good morning, Barrington.
Good morning, Mr. Hughes.
Good morning.
To you and your staff.
Same to you.
At the moment, I'm experiencing what I call a double jeopardy.
Double jeopardy.
I did an X-ray which shows a mass on my right lung. I'm an outpatient at the chest hospital over a period. However, I was requested to do a biopsy, a lung biopsy, at Apex, who does this, and I am 69-year-old, pensioner, unemployed at the moment, and I'm really not in a position to do this, Mr. Yu. I have an invoice here in front of me now. The test tube is for $33,000. The lung biopsy is for $150,000. The little pension I get can hardly even buy food. I also have a daughter who is attending. She's a 9th grader at the Dentil Technical High School. She is doing IT, POA, POB, and those subjects. And she needed a test glass at the moment, and she had to spend most of her time on the computer. And trust me, it's really an embarrassing position for me at the moment to go in at this avenue to seek such an assistance. But there is no way out. I am stressed to the extent where doctors prescribe some thing for me to sleep, but I just don't really like it. Take it once in a while.
Yes.
You know, I'm really stressed and depressed. I know my case is not unique. I know there are people in even worse situation than me.
But
at the moment,
which hospital you say you're at?
I'm an outpatient at the Chest Hospital.
The Chest Hospital.
Yes,
so
sir.
There's nowhere in the public health service you can get this thing done with a referral from your doctor?
Not in the public service. Not in the
you
public.
can only access it by private?
Yes. I must be honest with you.
Yes.
It can be done at the hospital, but the doctor who informed me that it is a high-risk surgery because of the condition of the lungs. For them to open my chest, it's very little chance.
No, that's not what I'm asking. I'm asking you for you said you need the money to do the tests.
Yes, sir.
And I'm saying, can't the tests be done in the public health system?
Not this type of test, sir.
Really?
It's a special kind of test.
Yes,
sir.
So you have to go do it at a private facility, a private laboratory?
Yes, sir, at Apex Radiology.
There's nowhere at KPH or in the public health system you can get it done?
No, sir. No, sir, not to my knowledge.
Oh. I know that, yes, you can get it done privately, but what about those people who can't afford to get it done privately? What happens to them?
Well, some time ago, I spoke to a doctor about, these things, and I said, well, what if we, as a people, do not have the money? We are going to die for once, and the doctor turned to look into my face and say, yes, sir, that is how it goes.
I'm going to check, I'm going to check, because I don't think that what you're telling me is really so. That means a poor Jamaican who simply cannot afford to do these expensive tests will have to just die?
A doctor looks straight in the face and tells me that.
Well, I must tell you, sir, I take that with a grain of salt, because there's a story to be told where these private medical facilities are concerned and their ownership.
Yes, sir.
The beneficial ownership. Yeah, and doctors, medical staff who have an interest in these, and at the earliest, quickest opportunity, tell people to go there, because it means more money in their pockets. And not utilizing the public health system.
Yes,
it is something that more and more people are saying, we're going to check it, we'll have to do it. What is happening? Jamaicans like you are being told, listen, you have to go do it at this laboratory or whatever. And there's a virtual underground conspiracy with some of the private medical professionals and these facilities.
Those words get around often, sir. Yeah. I understand exactly why you're saying in respect to that.
It can't be that we're going to make a Jamaican who needs to do. What are the two tests, sir? Remind us.
It's a lung biopsy. That's $150,000 and a tube. A tube for $33,000, sir.
Okay, so you need a tube to do the biopsy.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and it's $180,000 to do it.
183, sir.
And you got that figure from who?
I have invited from the contact person.
No,
this was prepared by Christy, and the contact person at Apex is Teresa.
At
Remember,
Apex what?
Apex Winchester Road.
Apex Winchester Road.
And Teresa's number is...
All right, no. Give that to Miss Nora for me. And your name and number.
Yeah, and the little girl now, I don't know if anyone of those institutions can assist her in getting her eye tested and assist with a glass, because she has to do a lot of work.
No, sir, you need to go in the public health system. That is what I'm saying. We have to do more to help ourselves. The public health system helps with that.
Okay, sir.
Don't take these things just so. We have to challenge these things and ask. No.
I understand you very much, sir.
All right, sir.
Give
Nora your contact details, please. Sir.
Okay, sir. Good.
All right. But it is something more and more people are telling us that we need to do some underground work. The link, and I'm speaking to Minister Tufton, the link between these private laboratory services, medical professionals, doctors, nurses in the public health system, and they exploit patients and tell you have to go get this done privately because they stand to gain. It is, let me say no further on it. It is something that people are realizing is happening more and more. What is the link between the owners of these private facilities and the same doctors who are making the referrals? That's it for the morning session. We're going to take a break and come back after the world at noon at 12:30.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock.
It's Monday, get over your blues. Or Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The E-Zone is here for you. With the Stinger Honeybee
and Karim Boyatings
from 3 to 5 p.m. on Nationwide 90 FM.
We've got your entertainment news.
Then we want to hear your views. Why you say?
Jump in the mix.
Or the hot seat.
Don't miss our brain busters.
Or the crazy giveaways.
Let's talk fashion.
Send us your outfit of the day. Ooh, cutesy. Very demure.
Are you looking for love?
Come on one of our blind dates. Send your request to ezone blinddates@gmail.com. That's ezoneblinddates@gmail.com.
And stay tuned for your confessions.
These are my confessions. Share them with us at ezoneconfessions@yahoo.com. I mean, is this planet Earth?
Is it?
I don't know. Let me check. Either way, it's got a buzz.
And a bugger thing.
Ow! Ow!
Nationwide 90 FM, continuing the tradition of fair, fearless, and factual reporting.
Protecting your personal data is a priority for the Jamaica Customs Agency. We urge you to use the agency's official platforms to conduct your business. The time by the Jamaica Customs Agency is
12 o'clock.
The News at Noon teasers are brought to you by AnyBet, your best bet.
It's credible and factual. The World at Noon on Nationwide 90 FM.
Good afternoon to you. I'm Tawna Thomas. Coming up in the Nationwide World at noon for this afternoon, Thursday, October 2, 2025. The upscale community of Norbrook in St. Andrews rocked by news of the apparent suicide of a 30-year-old man. The health ministry says there were over 600 calls to its suicide prevention hotline in September alone. Foreign Affairs Minister says issues surrounding mental health were among the key points of discussion in recent meetings with members of the diaspora in New York. Kamina Johnson-Smith says more diasporans are thinking of returning home amid the continued decline in murders. In regional news, unemployment in the Bahamas rises to near 11%. In international news, British police killed terrorists who attempted to infiltrate a synagogue on the holiest day on the Jewish calendar. And in sports, West Indies dismissed for 162 on first day of opening test against India. The details after the break.
News at Noon teasers were brought to you by AnyBet, your best bet. The midday news is brought to you by Total Tools. Every tool, every trade.
If it's news, it's got to be Nationwide 90 FM.
Now to the details. Detectives are investigating a case of suspected suicide in the Upper St. Andrew neighborhood of Norbrook. The deceased has been identified as the 30-year-old James Todd. According to preliminary reports, Todd is suspected to have committed suicide by shooting himself in the head. The incident occurred sometime after midnight on Tuesday. According to the Jamaica Constabulary Force, 44 suicides were recorded across the island up to September 30 this year. The JCF says men continue to account for the majority of suicide deaths. Local psychologists are urging people to act with urgency if their relatives begin to express suicidal thoughts. If you or someone you know is considering suicide, get help. Call the Ministry of Health's Suicide Prevention Helpline at 888-639-5433, the UMATA chat line at 876-838-4897, or SafeSpot at 888-723-3776. Now, the Ministry of Health and Wellness says it has recorded an increase in the number of calls to the Ministry's Mental Health and Wellness Suicide Prevention Helpline. The Ministry's Suicide Prevention Helpline is 888-639-5433. Dana Davey reports.
In a statement on Thursday, the ministry says there were 633 calls to the suicide helpline in September. In light of this, Health and Wellness Minister Dr. Chris Tufton is urging Jamaicans to ask about the mental well-being of their friends and family members. This while accessing the available mental health services in and outside of the public health system. Dr. Tufton says every Jamaican should stop, think, and look around their environment in order to see what's happening with their loved ones and friends and offer support where they can. He says where they can't, persons should seek support from the public health system through faith-based groups or through other safe spaces and safe persons. Meanwhile, Dr. Tufton's comments also come on the heels of his participation at the 4th high-level meeting of the United Nations General Assembly on the prevention and control of NCDs and the promotion of mental health and well-being. The ministry says it continues to work to enhance the island's mental health services. It says those efforts include the ongoing sensitization of the health team to enable early diagnosis and treatment of mental health issues. According to the health ministry, just over a month ago, a group of 47 non-psychiatric health care workers were given training under the WHO Mental Health Gap Action Program. It says this exposed team members to the various manifestations of mental disorders, including depression. The ministry says another group of workers are to be trained before the end of the year. In the meantime, the health ministry says the mental health literacy program will resume in schools in November. Under the program, guidance counselors are the main facilitators. The ministry says the program will offer students the chance to enhance their awareness about mental health conditions and coping strategies towards stigma reduction and improved mental health seeking behaviors. According to the health ministry, at the community level, it will be continuing the deployment of problem management plus providers. They will be tasked with offering support services for persons experiencing mild emotional distress, or who are faced with adverse challenges, including relationship or workplace issues. The ministry says there are currently 45 active providers in the field. Operating in public mental health clinics are more than 150 providers that cater to adults and more than 20 for children and adolescents island-wide. Dana Davy for Nationwide News.
Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, Senator Kamina Johnson-Smith, says that the issues of mental health and wellness were among key topics raised by members of the diaspora during her visit to New York last week. Senator Johnson-Smith was speaking at the post-cabinet media briefing on Wednesday morning.
Surprisingly, most of the questions surrounded health infrastructure. The very, very first question was about the government's approach to mental health in light of the suicide of Tyra, of blessed memory, and what is our approach on the multilateral agenda in respect of suicides and mental health. Another question was about health infrastructure and the availability of resources.
The suspected suicide of former Miss Jamaica Universe contestant Tyra Spalding has sparked national discussions around the mental health of Jamaicans. Senator Johnson-Smith, along with Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness, attended a diaspora meeting convened by the Consulate General of Jamaica in New York. Senator Johnson-Smith says members of the diaspora in New York were also keen to get information about investment opportunities in Jamaica.
The other question was about the ability to donate, what our philanthropic, what processes can be even further improved, and in particular around the reduction of costs and the waiver of more levies in respect of philanthropic donations by the diaspora. There were questions about business, about investments, and about making it easier to invest.
Senator Kamina Johnson-Smith, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade. Meanwhile, Senator Johnson-Smith says diasporans in New York have expressed a desire to return home given the massive reduction in murders and other serious crimes.
In fact, some positive feedback was also provided, in particular on health donations and the process for health donation. It seemed to be a great area of concern. There were also commendations for progress that has been made in terms of crime and security, and that this was in fact encouraging more of them to explore purchasing homes and second homes here, and also more considerations about return.
Senator Kamina Johnson-Smith, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade. She was speaking at a post-cabinet media briefing at the office of the Prime Minister on Wednesday. At least 2 trade unionists believe job cuts in the public sector would undermine the services meant to support the country's growth agenda. A reduction in the number of jobs in the public sector is among a list of 9 measures being proposed by prominent businessman John Mahfood to achieve higher levels of GDP growth. Mahfood, a former president of the Jamaica Manufacturers and Exporters Association, is the CEO of Jamaica Teas. Mahir Stewart reports.
John Mahfood has courted controversy for suggesting that the government cuts jobs in the public sector as a means of boosting GDP growth. President General of the Bustamante Industrial Trade Union, Senator Cavan Gale, says he understands why several people disagree with that suggestion.
Any thought now about cutting jobs would undermine essentially the service that support national growth. The government of Jamaica has already invested significantly in restructuring compensation in the public sector. And this was geared to make salaries more competitive. And it was an investment made to attract and to retain the talent skill and to reduce the brain drain from the public sector. And so to call now to cut those jobs when no empirical assessment has been done would simply be undoing the progress.
John Mahfood argues that the government must reduce the cost of the public sector from 13% of GDP to 10% over the next 5 years. He says Jamaica's public sector wage bill, which amounts to nearly half of annual tax revenues, is crowding out resources that could otherwise fund development programs. The businessman says it's for this reason that the government cannot afford to increase the wages of public sector workers now. Mahfoud says if nothing is done to fix this, Jamaica will shortly return to mass migration of the nation's brightest civil servants. Another trade unionist, Vincent Morrison, disagrees with John Mahfoud's suggestion. Morrison, president of the Union of Clerical, Administrative and Supervisory Employees, says public sector job cuts would be counterproductive.
We must understand, look at the structure of the economy in which we operate. You'll have, let us say, 20,000 workers. The public sector is about 114,000 workers as we speak. You'll have 20,000 of those workers. Where do they get jobs? You know, they have their commitment. So it's not like a U.S. economy that you can leave this job today, jump on a train, head to New York or someplace, and you're comfortable. When we talk about job cuts, we have to be very careful. If we're talking about economic growth, what we need to do is put in place the plan to have economic growth moving. And job cuts don't create economic growth. It don't.
John Mahfoud has argued that persons affected by the job cut could take up work in the private sector. But Senator Gale says in some instances, persons would be swapping a job for the possibility of getting a job.
A number of these jobs in the private sector are on short-term, fixed-term contracts, which you know you and I have a problem with, because there's the question of moving from what is certain in the mind of an employee to moving to an uncertain. And secondly, we don't know of where some of these jobs, if the rates are competitive. So would workers really want to leave where they feel more secured? The rates are competitive to be driven like herds into a sector of uncertainty.
Mahiri Stewart for Nationwide News.
Meanwhile, Senator Gale says rather than contemplate job cuts, the government must instead focus on removing the obstacles hampering productivity in the public sector.
Pay for performance, performance improvement, productivity improvement, recognition, to include as part of the compensation philosophy within the public sector. I would want to know what that would look like. We have established what the market has been for public sector workers in terms of the compensation review. Is there an added dimension to treat with efficiency in the public sector, to modernize the public sector operations, to invest in automation and digital transformation, to shift from this adversarial approach to one of partnership where the unions and the government can sit down, even with the business, to work together to identify productivity bottlenecks.
Senator Calvin Gale, President General of the Bustamante Industrial Trade Union. Opposition spokesman on finance Julian Robinson says the government must end what he says is its repeated failure to execute its capital budget. Robinson's call follows a statement from the Independent Fiscal Commission, IFC. The IFC highlighted repeated failures across the public sector to spend the resources allocated for capital projects. It noted that in the first quarter of the current fiscal year, only $20 billion was spent from a budget of $40.5 billion. The IFC says the underspend, specifically on infrastructure projects, posed a risk to economic growth. Robinson says that the government must beak its bad old habits.
This represents a worrying trend where there is chronic underinvestment of our capital budget. For the last fiscal year, for 24-25, the government underspent the capital budget by $19 billion. For the previous fiscal year, for 23-24, it underspent the capital budget by $9 billion. Jamaica projects to have only 1% growth each year for the next 4 fiscal years. And the major reason, a big part of the reason for this, is that we cannot spend the capital budget which has been allocated in each budget cycle.
Robinson says the government must declare to the country what is causing this underspending of allocated capital funds.
The government needs to move with alacrity to address the bottlenecks and the problems that are preventing it from spending the capital budget, whether these be procurement issues or public management investment issues. Whatever they are, they must be addressed, or else we will not be able to move to 3, 4, 5% growth which is necessary to lift the living standards of the Jamaican people and to generate the tax revenues to provide the social services that are necessary.
Julian Robinson, opposition spokesman on finance. Telecommunications Minister Darrell Vaz says he's on a mission to ensure that Jamaicans experience higher standards of service delivery from providers in the industry. Minister Vaz spoke with Nationwide News at the Halfway Tree Transport Centre on Wednesday.
So telecommunications is a big one. As a matter of fact, we are hosting this week the Caribbean Telecommunications Union. Jamaica is hosting the ICT week. We have all our colleague ministers here trying to work to see how we can collaborate in terms of the region. But in terms of Jamaica, we still have a far way to go in terms of service delivery. And I'm very distressed in terms of especially in recent weeks, in some of the situations that we have found ourselves in terms of the service providers. So that's also something that I'm going to be driving to get more efficient but lower cost.
Darrell Vaz, Minister of Telecommunications. To regional and international news now. Regional news in the Bahamas. Prime Minister Philip Brave Davis has pushed back at assertions that he's downplaying the recent rise in unemployment. In a report published by the Nassau Guardian, Davis says the latest unemployment numbers show that more Bahamians believe in the economy. He says this is why so many are actively looking for jobs. Unemployment in the Bahamas jumped to 10.8% in the first quarter of 2025. That's up from 9% in the fourth quarter of 2024. The unemployment rate, which stood at 8.7% in the first and second quarters of 2024, initially fell to 7.2% in the third quarter of 2024. The numbers show youth unemployment remains high at 20.9% for the first quarter of 2025. This is up from 19% in the second quarter of 2024. International, 2 people were killed on Thursday in Manchester, England, when a man drove a car into pedestrians and stabbed a security guard in an attack at a synagogue where worshippers were marking Yom Kippur, the holiest day on the Jewish calendar. Greater Manchester police say the suspect, who was wearing a vest that appeared to be an explosive device, was shot dead after officers rushed to the scene at the Heaton Park Hebrew Congregation Synagogue in the Crumpsall district of the city in northern England. A video shared on social media showed police shooting a man inside the synagogue's perimeter, while another man lay on the floor in a pool of blood, appearing to wear a traditional Jewish head covering. British police have declared the attack a terrorist-based incident. Prime Minister Keir Starmer rushed away early from a European political gathering in Copenhagen to return to Britain to chair an emergency meeting. He said additional police were being deployed to synagogues across the country, adding his government would do everything to keep the Jewish community safe. And that's it for the news at 12. Up next, sports.
The Midday News was brought to you by Total Tools. Every tool, every trade. Success powered by learning. The Time brought to you by Sandals Corporate University. Come grow with us is
12:20.
Enough power tool, big to small. Jackama figure dig the wall.
Up a Total Tools.
We back a figure trim the lawn. We have everything a job demand.
Total Tools.
We rent them, sell them and fix them. Also give Total Tools a call. When you say home improvement, landscape construction, a Total Tools are your option. Home improvement, landscape construction, Total Tools are your option. Total Tools located at 102 Main Street, Ocho Rios, 34 Slipe Road, Kingston. And lot C6 Dragstar, Sentence Bay. Call us today.
From the Nationwide News Network, comprehensive, up-to-the-minute local and international sports news, this is the Nationwide Sports at Noon.
Good afternoon and welcome to your Sports at Noon. I'm Oreen Buchanan. India has taken firm control on day one of the first test against West Indies in Ahmedabad, reaching 121 for 2 at close, trailing by 41 runs. KL Rahul is not out on 53 and captain Shubman Gill on 18. Jaden Seals and skipper Ruston Chase have so far bagged a wicket apiece. The West Indies won the toss and batted and were dismissed for 162 in 44 overs as they struggled to cope with pacers Mohammad Siraj, who took 4 for 40, and Jasprit Bumrah 3 for 42. All-rounder Justin Greaves led the scoring with 32. Financial constraints have forced Cricket West Indies to significantly alter and in some cases cut some of their regional competitions for next year. This was revealed on Wednesday by CEO Chris Derring and Director of Cricket Miles Bascom, who both admitted 2026 would be a challenging year for the region's governing cricket body, with its revenue expected to drop significantly. Among some of the casualties is CWI's Under-17 tournament, which has been scrapped, the women's tournament, which will be merged, while the combined campuses and colleges and the West Indies Academy has been axed from the men's tournament. Derring said CWI was scheduled to host over 33 events next year, including tours of Sri Lanka, New Zealand and Pakistan. He says based on the financial model of the ICC, the West Indies was not set to benefit from hosting either of the 3 tours. Derring said with the profits from co-hosting the 2024 Men's T20 World Cup already gone, tough decisions had to be made in CWI's best interest. He said CWI has formulated a 4-pronged attack aimed at addressing those financial issues, which included continuing lobbying with the ICC to reconstruct its financial model, re-engineering its domestic tournaments, working closer with CARICOM, and getting more financial support from companies in the Caribbean. The Indian women's cricket team could follow the lead of their male counterparts and refuse to shake the hands of the Pakistan players when the two meet in a crunch World Cup game in Colombo on Sunday. BCCI Secretary Devat Saikia did not rule out the possibility that his team could take cues from the men. Saikia says the relationship with, quote, that particular hostile country is the same. There's no change in the last week. India's men played Pakistan 3 times at the recent Asia Cup and chose not to shake hands at the toss and after the game. That tournament also ended in acrimony after India refused to accept their Asia Cup trophy from Mushfiq Naqvi, who is Pakistan's interior minister in addition to being the PCB's chairman and the ACC's president. Naqvi, for his part, refused to cede the handing over of the trophy to anyone else. The standoff caused a 90-minute delay to the post-match presentation, at which no trophy was ultimately lifted. There have been no indication yet from the women's team themselves as to how they will negotiate the politics around the match come Sunday. Jamaica's bid to qualify for the FIFA Women's World Cup Finals in 2027 will kick off on November 27th when they travel away to Dominica for the opening game of their CONCACAF qualifying series. Jamaica has been drawn in a group with Dominica, Nicaragua, Antigua and Barbuda and Guyana. The winner of the group will play against the 5th-ranked CONCACAF nations for a place at next Women's World Cup. The Jamaicans who qualified for the last 2 World Cups, including the round of 16 in Australia, are currently 4th in the ranking. The national team will face their Trinidad and Tobago counterparts in 2 international friendlies during the upcoming October FIFA window as part of their preparation. Both games will be played in Port of Spain between October 24th and 29th. TNT's women have not played competitively since December 2023. The semi-final appearance for the 2025 CONCACAF Club Championships was confirmed on Wednesday night as defending champions Cavalier bowed out at the group stage following their 2-1 defeat to Weymouth Wales. This means Mount Pleasant will face Trinidad and Tobago's Defence Force FC, while Cibao will lock horns with the Universidad O&M in the Final 4. In Wednesday night's do-or-die fixture, Cavalier were outdone by strikes from Armando Ashley and Romel Boynu, who netted an added time winner for the Barbados club, Weymouth Wales.
Lashley up the other end for Weymouth Wales. Looking for space, and he finds it! Weymouth Wales in front! Well, he certainly gave the goalkeeper the eyes. Confirmation of the Lashley goal. Thomas into the area. Cavalier looking for an equalizer to the byline. He goes! Squares it across! And it's all square! 1-1! An immediate response from the defending champions. Could it be a winner for Weymouth Wales? Malbino towering.
The 2-leg semi-finals will be played on October 21st and October 30th. Jamaica will in 8 days' time resume their bid for a place at the FIFA World Cup Finals in 2026. The Reggae Boys will travel to Willemstad to face Curaçao on October 10th, looking for a third straight victory in the final round of the CONCACAF qualifiers. The Reggae Boys are leaders of Group B on maximum 6 points from 2 games played. Football analyst Clyde Jardini is among those waiting to see what the unpredictable boys will offer when they turn up in the Dutch-speaking country next Friday.
Hard to predict what they will do. They will need to do that, but we have seen different sort of performances. They may be hot, they may be cold, they may be good, they may be bad. They would need to be at their best, especially for the first game against Curaçao. Should be one of their biggest tests.
Jamaica will be back in action 4 days later at the National Stadium in Kingston against Bermuda, a game which could seal their spot at the World Cup if results elsewhere on the night go their way.
They would need to be at their best, and we don't know what the combination or the availability of the players are. But the last time they did well in terms of the results, so hopefully they can reproduce the win result, especially in that game, because that's the big game.
Clyde Jardini. Now to athletics, as former Trinidad and Tobago sprinter Otto Bolden believes Jamaica's Elaine Thompson-Hera is finished as a top contender in the sport. Speaking on the Talk Sports podcast, Bolden says based on the level of injuries Thompson-Hera has endured in recent times, the 33-year-old might find it hard to get back to her usual best.
I have already said I think Elaine is done as a threat. That did not go over well in Jamaica. Because it is seen as me insulting the Queen. And it's like, no, Elaine actually, I think, can make a case for best overall sprinter ever. She's done what nobody has done. 100, 200, back-to-back Olympics. Nobody has done that. But maybe as a result of that, her odometer is a little higher than everybody else's. And when you see feet and Achilles and those sorts of parts giving out, when I said it wasn't with any malicious intent.
Thompson-Hera is the second fastest woman over the 100 meters with a personal best time of 10.54 seconds, which was clocked in Eugene back in 2021. According to Boland, Thompson-Hera will find it difficult to even get back on the podium at another global championships.
If you're asking me if I think Elaine is going to win another medal in her career individually, no, I don't. I'll eat that crow with pepper sauce if she comes back and does it, because I would want to see her in the same way I would want to see Shirley-Ann Fraser-Price run one more time. I would love to see Elaine come back and have a this is for Otto Bolden's prediction kind of year. I don't think it's happening.
Otto Bolden. Now to golfers, Derek Sprague, CEO of PGA of America, has finally broken his silence and explained that the abuse levied on Rory McIlroy and the rest of the European team at the recently concluded Ryder's Cup crossed the line.
Well, I think we take responsibility for the fan behavior, but the message, right? New York fans, we knew going into this that they're passionate, right? They love their sports teams here, and I think, and that's what sort of makes the Ryder Cup special, is that they're passionate on both sides. It was my 9th Ryder Cup, so I've been to a number of them overseas as well as here. They are passionate on both sides, and certainly we had a small number of fans that crossed the line here this past week. So I don't think it's indicative of every fan there. I've received emails and text messages. Fans had great experiences this week.
McIlroy was the subject of verbal abuse in the tournament that saw Team Europe defeating Team USA 15-13. McIlroy's wife, Erica, was physically assaulted as she was hit by a drink thrown by a fan. Those are your stories making your lunchtime report. I'm Orrin Buchanan.
Sting and Honeybee.
And Karim Boyatings
From 3 to 5 p.m. on Nationwide 90 FM.
We've got your entertainment news.
Then we want to hear your views. Why you say?
Jump in the mix.
Or the hot seat.
Don't miss our brain busters.
Or the crazy giveaways.
Let's talk fashion.
Send us your outfit of the day. Ooh, cutesy. Very demure.
Are you looking for love?
Come on one of our blind dates. Send your request to ezoneblindates@gmail.com. That's ezoneblindates@gmail.com.
And stay tuned for your confessions.
These are my confessions.
Share them with us at ezoneconfessions@yahoo.com. I mean, is this planet Earth?
Is it?
I don't know. Let me check. Either way, it's got a buzz.
And a bugger thing.
Ow! Ow!
Recapping our top stories making the nationwide world at noon, the upscale community of Norbrook in St. Andrew is rocked by news of the apparent suicide of a 30-year-old man. The health ministry says there were over 600 calls to its suicide prevention hotline in September alone. Foreign Affairs Minister says issues surrounding the reduction in murder and mental health were among the key points of discussion in recent meeting with members of the diaspora in New York. I'm Tana Thomas. You can find the news on our website at rivanews.ai and on the Riva News app available on Google Play and the App Store. Major news next at 5.
Hi there. Here's some good news for these trying times. Quote, "By God's word, I can see where I'm going. They throw a beam of light on my dark path." Unquote. Psalm 119, verse 105. Listen for God's word weekdays at 5:45 a.m. and 12:55 p.m. through
Oasis. Stop by for a refreshing drink and share a God perspective for the day.
Oasis. Weekdays 5:45 a.m. and 12:55 p.m. right here on Nationwide, a revolution in media.
The rebroadcast of the Oasis can be heard weekdays at 5:45 a.m.
Tune in to Outside with Pepita on Saturday, October 4 from 3 to 6 p.m. as we broadcast live from the Aviation Expo 2025 at the School of Aviation. Get ready for the ultimate aviation experience. Come see thrilling aircraft displays, cutting-edge technology, and meet industry experts shaping the future of flight. From aviation professionals to curious explorers, there's something for everyone. Don't miss this high-flying event. Mark your calendars for October 4 at Tinson Pen Aerodrome, where Jamaica's skies come alive. Tune in to Outside with Pepita, Saturday, October 4 from 3 to 6 p.m. It's the Aviation Expo 2025 at the School of Aviation. Catch us live on our YouTube channel at Nationwide 90 FM Live 2, or stay tuned to Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is brought to you by the School of Aviation.
Timeline. Good afternoon, 12:35, 25 minutes going up to 1 o'clock. It's all about what's trending now on the timeline. And guess who is here?
It is I, Pepita.
How are you, sir?
I'm good, and you?
I'm great. You're looking fresh.
Yeah?
You're nice.
Oh?
Loving that blue on you. I think we're twinning today.
Yes. Well, yours is not blue. Oh, it popped.
Help. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow, why me?
You call it a wardrobe malfunction.
Wow. But I'm really honored to be here with you today, sir.
Don't say it. What do you have
Wonderful.
on the timeline?
Okay, so Jamaica has actually stepped up their mental health support. Now, unfortunately, in recent times, mental health concerns have been trending in Jamaica, as you know, with the recent passing of a number of persons who chose not to be with us anymore. However, in response to this, the Ministry of Health and Wellness is ramping up its efforts to support students and communities. So they have a school mental health literacy program. It's led by guidance counselors, and it is set to resume this month because I think they were on a slight break. It's aiming to educate students about mental health conditions, reduce stigma, and promote healthy coping strategies. And additionally, the ministry is deploying Problem Management Plus providers to offer support services for individuals dealing with emotional stress, relationship issues, or workplace challenges.
Yeah.
So we actually have over 150 public mental health clinics available for adults and for children and adolescents. And Jamaicans are being asked to prioritize their mental health wellness and seek help when needed.
Yeah. It's a message we now have to constantly repeat and advance because we know it is a real issue and lives are being lost.
Yes.
Yeah. Only in the midday news, we heard the story of detectives investigating another case of suspected suicide, this time in Norbrook and St. Andrew, where a 30-year-old man, James Dodd, it is suspected committed suicide late Tuesday night, and it's causing a stir in Upper St. Andrew, But these are issues and you see, mental health issues, depression, whatever, knows no color, class, creed, and it has no respect for money. Yeah.
So true.
Okay.
That's
anyway,
so very
next?
True. Just to share, in addition, the ministry has a suicide prevention helpline. So if you're feeling down and out, you can call. There's help available.
Yeah.
And that number is 888-639-5433.
Okay, repeat that number.
It's 888-639-5433.
Good.
We had a clip to share with the Chief Executive Officer of the Bellevue Hospital, Miss Suzette Buchanan. She's such a lovely lady. She told me I should come down there as well if I need to talk to someone any day, and I can come and speak to a therapist there. She also told me about their eco park that they have. You can actually go and sit there and enjoy it. They have a little fountain, they have some trees, they have benches. You can go and sit down and relax.
Connect with nature.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Let's hear Suzette Buchanan. She's the CEO.
Hi, my name is Suzette Buchanan, CEO of Bellevue Hospital. In just a few weeks, we've lost too many lives to suicide. Each one was someone's child, someone's friend, someone's family. The signs are often there. Withdrawal from loved ones, sudden mood changes, talk of feeling hopeless, or even giving away prized possessions. These are usual cries for help. If you or someone you love is struggling, please call 888-NEW-LIFE. That's 888-639-5433. We are not an uncaring society. We often just lack awareness. Let us open our eyes, open our hearts, and look out for our neighbors, our friends, and our families. Together we can choose life. Together we can choose hope. Thank you for watching.
Suzette Buchanan there, the CEO of the Bellevue Hospital on Wynwood Road.
Yes, very lovely lady. So our next news stories are, so you know how Jamaica is full of talent, right? Yep. Everybody wants to be an artist. No.
Not quite.
Well, almost everybody.
I couldn't be.
I think you could.
Yeah.
I really feel like you could. You're so good with words. If you wanted to, as Nora said, you would definitely do it and you'd excel at it. Yes.
Oh. I'm not sure about that.
It also ties into my next story. It ties into the mental health issue as well. But we're also going to touch on some entertainment. So Prism marketing consultants have actually announced signing an AI artist called Soraya. Yes, so Not Nice, who is a producer, a part of Prism marketing consultants, he has created an AI artist called Soraya, and they released a song yesterday on October 1st called Save Me. So we are competing with AI now in terms of entertainment.
Yep.
And in my opinion, I find that very unfair. Because a lot of people, as I said, want to be artists. And now you're going to create an artist out of thin air and be like, hey, look at Soraya. Yes. When you have 150 other Jamaicans out there with their lyrics, with their life experiences, with the journeys that they've gone through.
Yes.
Sitting here watching you put an AI artist out there.
I saw recently an app that said to me, listen, just hum a few words of your favorite song.
Wow.
And we will make it a hit for you. Yeah?
Wow.
And I'm saying, oh Lord. So me who can string one note together, AI is going to come to my rescue.
It is.
Oh. But why not? Let me be provocative. Why not? This is a march of technology. Yeah? Why not?
That's a good question, but why not? Because I don't want us to lose our humanity. You know what I mean? AI is all well and good, and I do believe in AI. I love AI. I use AI. But I don't believe it should replace us or functions entirely. I think it should be there to enhance and help us, but not to replace us entirely.
When does it start becoming enhancement and replaced by replacement?
When we become totally dependent on it.
Oh.
Which is kind of happening.
I think I'm going to try the app though, because I can't string one note for save my life, but there are some songs I will try and sing and I will butcher them. So if AI can help me to get it right, why not? And then we'll come here and boss it.
Yes. And then nationwide of our AI artists. Don't play with us. But I get all of that. But, you know, we live here and the music is a message. That's my opinion. Music is a message to other human beings that are living in the world. You know, we create AI. AI comes from us and it's of us. So we can't be trying to... It's like we're trying to make another human to replace humans.
Yeah.
And I don't want us to lose our humanity. I guess that's just my opinion. And also the song that the AI singer Soraya released is called Save Me. It was a little suggestive in my opinion as well. I thought that even though it was speaking to the suicidal issue as well, I thought that the wording was a little strange. I thought that the wording in the song would more encourage persons to probably lean towards that than leaning away from it. And if you heard the song, then you can form your own opinion, but that's actually what happened. We have the song. Okay, so we're going to play it, sir.
All
Can
right.
you tell me what you think?
Sound ungrateful or complain about things I've prayed for, 'cause you blessed me in so many ways. Don't want you to take that away, but I've been feeling so lost, and I've been crying too much, and every every time I do, I feel guilty. What I'm asking is, could you forgive me? If I wanted to leave early, would you be there waiting for me? 'Cause I don't wanna go to hell, but sometimes I think might as well. If I wanted to meet you early.
Yeah. So that's
Not
what
bad.
it is. It's not bad at all.
Quite a good effort. Yeah,
sounds really good
vocals are
vocally.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But zoning in on the words.
Yeah.
You know, if I wanted to leave Earth early, would you be there to greet me? That's a little suggestive. So
It is.
if we are using AI, I think we should be very cognizant of the fact that we should be careful of the message that we're putting out there.
Yeah.
And he did say that it was written by his artist, Nordia Mothersill, an artist that he has been trying to put out there as well.
All right. So let's take our break and come back.
Spring into style with Unique Living. Upgrade your home with our extensive range of products. Get sleek shower panels, stylish vanities, LED and non-LED mirrors, plus kitchen sinks, closet solutions, ceiling fans, and more. Available in various finishes and sizes. Visit shop number 6, 30 Dunrobin Avenue, Kingston 10. Call 876-755-3661 or visit our website at www.uniquelivingja.com. Don't wait to spring into style with Unique Living. As a parent, you give your children a good start in life. You nurture, protect, and guide them. Parenting is a process that prepares your child for independence. As your child grows and develops, there are many things you can do to help your child. Stay tuned to The Big Show, nationwide this morning, for parenting tips. Fridays at 6:53 a.m. Only here will you learn everything you need to know about parenting. Tips to help parents navigate the incredibly challenging and rewarding journey of child rearing. Parenting tips on Nationwide at 90 FM, the revolution in media.
All right, 12 minutes going up to 1 o'clock. We get out of here at 12:55. We're going to continue now with Pepita with a timeline. What's next, Pepita?
All right. The new $70,000 U.S. visa fee has everyone talking. So there are mixed reactions from Jamaicans regarding the new cost of applying for a U.S. visa. The fee of just over 70,000 Jamaican dollars took effect on Wednesday last week. It's payable by those who are successful in their visa application. And the new $250 visa integrity fee adds to the standard visa application cost of $185. So that's what brought it all the way up to $435 US dollars for a tourist visa. Now, a key aspect of the new fee is the potential for a refund, which a lot of information wasn't given to us about how that can be done. But visa holders can apply for a refund of the $250 fee if they fully comply with their visa terms.
Yeah.
So, you know,
get it back.
You get it back, hopefully. But it remains unclear what the process is to access the fund. But of the few, we have some comments from Jamaicans. I'd like to go and read them. Somebody says, can't pay $70K and might get no. But I think the $70K is paid by persons who... Oh, that's a call. Okay. Yeah, they're right. Just allow them out and make them embassy empty because going like America alone, people can travel to. All for 100,000 America, me say. That's a totally different person.
And that's right. Then give up. No matter where they put the price, they want it, they want to find the money and go feed.
But what about the countries that we can go to without a visa, like Brazil?
Yeah, well, they don't want to go Brazil. They want to go America.
Okay, America. All right.
Yeah, that's the strength of the bonds and the ties.
I see. Power of the dollar. I see. I see. Okay. Ali for 100. No, I do not care. Someone says.
You see?
Someone says this won't stop people from applying. They will find the cash. It's amazing how, we are so poverty stricken in certain areas, and
so we like to tell ourselves,
and we find the $70,000 figure up at the embassy.
Exactly.
Jamaicans, where are your priorities? Somebody says I'll stay home. Somebody else says Jamaicans still are go full up there, even if them start charging 700,000.
700, wow.
No, so I'm going to buy a house with that.
Of course.
And last but not least, somebody says Jamaica is the place to be. The U.S. can stay. I'm expecting the line to be shorter now.
Oh, don't hold out your breath for that.
People are still going to try, because there's this there's a dream, the American dream, that everybody wants to go and be a part of. So I say you can dream anywhere, and you can accomplish anything anywhere.
Right.
Yeah. So don't feel like just because, this visa fee is really high right now, we can go to other places. There's a video by a young lady on YouTube. I think her name is Irie. Oh Lord, Nora, help me out. She has a video stating the countries that we can actually go to without a visa, and that information is readily available on Google. So if you Google countries Jamaicans can go to without a visa, you'll see the list of countries. So guys, don't despair.
Right. Thank you so much. Thank you, Pepita.
Yes, sir.
Making your debut.
I had fun.
Yeah?
Yes.
Good. All right, that's all we're going to leave it for today. And for this week, tomorrow is Friday. You'll be hearing from Tyrone Reed tomorrow. Yeah, but I want to say thanks to all of our YouTubers, Pepita, our producer, Norgay Banton, our technical operator, Kevin Williams. Thank you all so much. We're going to make way now for Oasis with Loigale. See you on Monday morning at 10.
You've just heard Cliff Hughes Online on Nationwide 90 FM. Join Cliff Monday to Thursdays between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. for Cliff Hughes Online.
Like a rock. My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock. Like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock. I was something to see, like a rock. And I stood arrow straight, unencumbered by the weight of all these hustlers and their schemes.
I'm Dennis Brooks.
I'm Marlon Campbell.
I'm Floyd Green.
And I'm Garth Williams. Catch us on the Jamaican Dads podcast right here on Nationwide 90 FM, Thursdays at 8 p.m. with a repeat on Sundays at 6 p.m.
The Jamaican Dads podcast is all about providing men with a healthy, safe, and functional forum to tackle many of the taboo topics that concern our masculinity.
Like everyone else out there, we're dads of varying amounts of experience who come from different backgrounds and often view the world differently.